The post spawn can be tricky. The bass can be garden fry, chasing shad, or suspended in cover. This bait draws them up or it dives down to meet them eye to eye. Sometimes this bait's going to cause topwater explosions, and other times they're just going to come up and slurp it down. Either way, the bass love this bait in the post spawn. Hey, BassGeek here, and on this channel we love to talk about new baits, new techniques that are going to help you catch more fish and have a damn good time doing it. We don't do a lot of controversy. We don't sit in the garage or the office and talk about things. We're out here on the water, rain, sleet, snow, or shine, doing this for you all and for us. It helps us find baits like this right here that we love. So as I said in the beginning, we were talking about an incredible bait that can be fished a lot of different ways. And you all know I love versatile baits. You geeks know I love a bait that you can do a lot of different things with. And this bait, the Booyah Prank, is one of those baits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to rig it, rod, reel, and line setup, where to fish it during the post spawn, how to fish it during the post spawn, and everything else that goes along with putting those big bass in the boat or on the bank. Now, first off, let's talk about colors. So these are probably two of my go-to colors. I fish a lot of clear water, and of course bone is going to be one of your just go-to colors. Now, black is going to be another one. I don't have one with me today, and this is a really good new color, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but this is crushed bone. It's got a really good red sort of crackle belly, and it's got a little more of like a brown sort of toned down bone color to it. Like that color a whole lot. Just got me one of those. Like I said, the regular bone has to be a go-to, but my go-to in clear water, and this thing has called bass up from as deep as 35 feet. And I believe this is called Moonphase. But just in case, everything in this video will have links in the description below. If you don't care, make sure you go and bookmark, either scan this code or click that link in the description and bookmark it, whether it be on your computer, on your tablet, on your phone. And the next time you go to tackle warehouse, make sure you click on that. It'll help us out a little bit, help us put a little bit of gas in the boat since we're out here all the time, but it doesn't cost you a penny, not a penny extra on your order. This little bait right here in particular has caught a ton of bass. You can cast it a mile. It's got a great weighted tail system, so it sets a little bit down in the water. And I know one of the things you have to really be asking is, what is that crazy looking thing on the front? And that is a bill. And that's really what makes this the most versatile popper you'll ever use, because it's part crankbait, part popper. I also love that it comes with a dressed treble. That's something I think gets a lot of bites, especially the way this bait swims in the water. These baits come with some great hooks either. I have never changed one out on these pranks. So on a lot of my poppers, I will tie a loop knot. I'll maybe even take the split ring off. On this one, there's no need to. Just keep the split ring on, come through. I just tie my favorite knot, which is, again, the pit seam. We're just gonna wrap it about 5 times. Come through the top loop. Cinch her down. Cut that tag in. And you are ready to go. All right, so the rod, reel, and line that I like to use, this is actually a Fitzgerald combo. This is a Fitzgerald Versa. It is a 7-foot medium action, moderate, fast tip, or I think it may just be a moderate. That helps me be able to cast this a mile. Again, if you haven't heard me before, the VDL10, you need to go check these reels out. And they're spinning reels, by the way. So great little reel, great rod, love the microwave guides, And like I said, it allows me to cast this a long way because I'll fish a prank from now until well into the fall. And sometimes those longer casts are key. As far as line goes, I like about 10 to 12 pound test monofilament. Now you could do braid to monofilament, but these have got the smaller guides, so I like to go straight monofilament. You can go straight braid if you want. By the way, best braid on the market, best casting braid, K9. Make sure you go check it out, 10% discount right here. Now I will say, fishing the prank takes a little bit of getting used to. I've not been able to walk it. Not to say that one of you geeks haven't been able to figure that one out, but to me, it's not a bait that you're gonna walk. Popping it. You know, we all know that there's really two different types of pop sounds. There's the spit and the bloop. Now me, I like the spit sound a little bit better. To get that sound, because you've got that bill, you're gonna have to come up with your rod tip or at least to an angle, or it's going to want to dive and get that full on bloop and push that water. Pretty easy to bloop this bait because, again, of the bill. One of the ways that I like to fish it most, one of the retrieves that probably pays off for me and has paid off for me more than any, is going to be during the pre-spawn to post-spawn, like the immediate pre-spawn to well into the post-spawn, is going to be that spit and a nice little crank, because you get such, what I want it to do is really hit hard because you get such a wide walk out of it. So I'm going to do it slowly so that I get that real wide kick. That with the body roll with the treble hook, the dress treble, looks incredible underwater. That's only going to dive to about 2 feet, 3 feet max. So you're not going to run it like a square bill for the most part. But just working it under the surface a little bit gets those fish, it drives them mad. Then I'll stop it, let it float to the surface, let it sit there. Sometimes letting it sit there is the key. Get it to spit it once or twice, and then give it another just half turn of the reel or more. Now that's because a lot of times during the post-spawn or the spawn or pre-spawn, I'm really working it down a bank or around cover. That's what poppers are great for. And this one is really no difference when it comes to that. It's just a little bit different in the presentation that you're showing. Same sort of thing when you're walking it underwater, they'll crush it. It'll be like a jerkbait bite. You'll feel it load, you want to side set, keep those treble hooks down, keep that bass from jumping, and as always, get the net, put that bass in the boat. So if you want to learn another really awesome, really fun technique for the post spawn, make sure you go check out this video right here. Otherwise, questions and comments in the comment section below. You geeks know I love to talk fishing with you. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. Be part of the 100% Watch Squad. Please, geeks, help us out. And as always, you geeks rock.